Symptoms of certain health events can take a toll on a person's body. As women age, their bodies can change in many ways, causing concern and discomfort.
That's right, but there are health professionals looking to help handle some of the negative symptoms. So here's one local doctor helping Siouxland women.
They might have a short fuse, brain fog, just forgetful, poor sleep, night sweats, hot flashes.
Sound familiar? The average age of menopause is 52, but the transition of symptoms could start a lot sooner.
I'd say a lot of times it's, women in their 40s, they start to go through some changes and noticing some things like their periods might be different or start having some weight changes.
Dr. Rena Avery is an OBGYN at Siouxland Women's Healthcare. Since 2015, she's focused her time helping women navigate through biological traits and characteristics. She has a passion for helping women through the dreaded change.
So I kind of wanted to become an expert on the topic.
So she did just that. Dr. Avery is a Menopause Society certified practitioner, meaning she's certified in advanced specialized training to help women through menopause. If you believe you're experiencing symptoms, she says first, you should consult your healthcare provider. Second, there are treatments to make your life easier, and there are over-the-counter options.
There's prescription options as well that are non-hormonal, and then there's hormonal therapy as well.
Dr. Avery encourages women to discuss the available options with an expert so the risks are outlined.
One of the biggest misconceptions is that women think, well, hormone therapy is the only option, and so they don't want to come in and talk to their doctor because they might think, well, I don't want to do hormones, and so there's nothing else for me.
When in actuality, Dr. Avery says there are multiple ways to handle the transition and ease you through menopause, making life a little happier one day at a time. And this is Dr. Avery's 10th year serving patients at Siouxland Women's Health, and she's still taking patients. You can visit KTIV.com tonight to learn more about the clinic and its services.